Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my latest 2021 NFL mock draft video. Today, I'm going to break down the Jacksonville Jaguars and what they're going to do with the 25th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, if you're new here and you're a draft fan or just a football fan in general, welcome home. You're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, ring the bell to get notified every time I release a new draft video. Now, if you've been here before, you know the drill. Give me a thumbs up and drop a comment below with what you think Jacksonville's going to do with the 25th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, let's break down the Jags. Well, Urban Meyer finally joins the NFL ranks, and why not? He gets his dream quarterback at number one with Trevor Lawrence. So when you get a guy like Trevor Lawrence available, hey, now's as good a time as any to join the NFL. And here's the thing, Urban Meyer's always been famous for turning teams around really fast in the college ranks, but he never stayed anywhere long. And I think that he's going to apply the same philosophy here in Jacksonville. I think that they're going to improve very quickly, but I don't think Urban Meyer's really thinking long term. It wouldn't surprise me if Urban Meyer stays for about 3 to 4 years, does his best to try to win a Super Bowl, then he goes ahead and leaves, and whatever's left over is whatever's left over. And the reason why I say that is that when it comes to the draft, I could see him trying to get players who can be day one starters and immediate contributors. In my previous video, I stated that Micah Parsons is probably off the Steelers draft board. Well, he's not off Jacksonville's draft board. The only thing is, though, Dan Colin, your new defensive coordinator, he's bringing in the 3-4 defense, which this team is actually perfectly built for a 3-4. They had a lot of misused pieces last year in a 3-4, on a 4-3, which really to me didn't make a lot of sense. But let's say you have Parsons as an inside linebacker. Well, you got Joe Sherbert and Miles Jack. Both these guys are really good football players, and both these guys are probably the two best players on Jacksonville last year. Both these players had over 100 tackles, and both of these guys are perfect inside linebackers for this new defense. They're actually pretty good 4-3 inside linebackers. So if you draft Parsons and you want to play inside linebacker, which one of these guys do you want to put on the bench? I don't see Urban Meyer doing that. On the outside, you got Josh Allen and K'Von Chaisson, both former first-round picks. Both these guys are really misused as 4-3 defensive ends, but they're perfect 3-4 outside linebackers. So I can honestly say that you got your starting 4 linebackers in your base 3-4 package. You're already set in stone. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for Micah Parsons to be the pick here, not because of what off-field issues he has. It's because you got your linebackers set. I think Jacksonville is looking for somebody here at 25 who could be a day one starter and an impact starter. While Parsons could be an impact, I don't see him really replacing any one of these 4 guys. Jacksonville had a really, really good offseason, and so far they're getting off to a great start. But here's the thing. They also have picks in 33 and 45, really good second-round picks there. So I think at 25, you need a really good player who can start. And because you have another pick in just 8 spots, you need to take a guy who's not going to be available. You need to take a guy who's going to start, be an impact player, but at 33 is not going to be available. I think there's 2 players that fit that description here. The first one is Trayvon Moehrig, and Jacksonville filled a lot of holes this offseason. I'm extremely impressed with what they've done. I can honestly say that Jacksonville's one of the teams that most improved in this offseason, if not the most improved team in all of football. But when I look at the starting depth charts, now I look at Our Lads and I also look at ESPN. Our Lads has listed as a starting free safety Andrew Wingard and starting strong safety Rudy Ford, where ESPN has a starting free safety of Jared Wilson and the starting strong safety is Rayshawn Jenkins. So Trayvon Moehrig, I think, is a guy who's a day one starter. And take a look at the last 3 years Urban Meyer was at Ohio State. look at these draft picks. Denzel Ward, number 4 overall. Marshawn Lattimore, 11th overall in 2017. Maylok Cooker, 15th overall 2017. Garyon Conley, 24th overall 2017. Eli Apple, 10th overall 2016. Von Bell, 61st overall in 2016. The last 3 years, Urban Meyer was at Ohio State. 5 first-round defensive backs plus Von Bell, who was chosen in the second round. So in those last 3 years, 6 picks in the first 2 rounds, 5 in the first. So Urban Meyer put a big emphasis on defensive backs there at Ohio State. So it kind of makes sense he does the same thing here at Jacksonville. So Trevon Moehrig comes in. I think he's a day one starter and an impact player, which is exactly what you're looking for. The only reason I don't have that as the pick is because I do think there's a possibility he slides to 33. The other guy is not. So without any further ado, with the 25th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Elijah Vera Tucker, offensive lineman out of USC. Now, I call Vera Tucker an offensive lineman because coming out in the draft, starting tackles for Jacksonville, Cam Robinson and Jawan Taylor played inside and outside, and a lot of people thought that both of these guys might be better suited on the inside in the NFL. And that's another thing that I really hated what Jacksonville did. It was probably one of the biggest mysteries is that in 2020 they went with a West Coast offense with these 2 tackles. Now, these 2 tackles are powerful road graders. They're guys that can really move people, but they're limited in movement skill. So a zone read or a West Coast offense really didn't make a lot of sense with this offensive line. However, with Urban Meyer, who I think is going to run more of a power-based offense, these 2 guys are great fits. Now, if you decide, and I'm thinking more along the right side than the left, because if you're thinking Jawan Taylor is better suited inside, Vera Tucker could be the starting right tackle. However, I firmly believe that Vera Tucker is going to be your day one starter and an impact player at guard. And those are the 2 things I think that you're really looking at with the 25th pick in the draft here. Now, Moehrig could slide to 33. And if he's available at 33, I 100% believe he's going to be the pick because he would be another impact starter. But there's no way Vera Tucker slides to 33. You got Green Bay and Kansas City that would 100%, either one of those 2 teams could go ahead and grab him. But there is more of a possibility that Moehrig would slide to 33 than Vera Tucker. Now, you also have Trevor Lawrence, number 1 pick in the draft. I think it's a much larger priority for you to improve your offensive line, especially with somebody, which both these guys I think would be day one starters, Moehrig and Vera Tucker, but I think Vera Tucker's importance to your number 1 pick overall, and that's another reason why I think that he's the pick over Moehrig. But hey, let me know what you think. Drop a comment below. Did you like the pick? Did you hate the pick? Did you boo me? Did you say, hey, Dan, you suck? Either way, it doesn't matter. Drop a comment below because I create these videos so I can start a conversation with you. I want to know what you think. You know what I think. Hey, drop a comment below. Let's talk football. Now, tomorrow, I am going to release my Cleveland Browns video and what they're going to do with the 26th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. So, hey, I will see you guys tomorrow.